Good morning, Barbara Ward. How are you today? Well, I'm very grateful for your many blessings, and I give them back right to you. I was being patient to see who would come today. So, what I wanted to discuss today were the upcoming new year. And I know everyone all over the YouTube is giving their perception. So, there's one clear perception God keeps giving to me. And it's to be in control of my own thinking and to not let myself go into the negative or the worst case scenario. You know, there was a way back when I've seen the light come into Biden from God and how quickly and efficiently he's had to work with so many things. But what our job is now, good morning, Annie, is to hold the light. We've been working, all of us, so diligently to be on our path and to remember and to love ourselves. But most importantly, now we must let that love expand and not let other people interrupt what we know of the light, and to know we're always safe. And no matter where you are, it's going to be in a perfection. And give the light your energy. Good morning, Christina. So when it comes to next year, um, we can start with those positive thoughts already. You can write about them. You know, if you do scientific treatment, any of you, you can do that and put it out to the universe and make it very clear that this is what we want for our country, our oneness of the United States, and for our individual experience of ourselves and our family. We want peace, we want freedom, and though Saint Germain stands right there with you on that, and he walks with Master Victory. So there can be no possible other experience other than actions that are for people who have to learn. So you must remember that there's a separateness there still for others who think they're more important or know better or feel there's a need for something different. And I guess the heavens are asking for you to stay strong in what uh, you believe. Uh, and it will create a blessing of a new year for you. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah. So I did pull 3 cards to see where they were, and these were for the group. So let's look at the first one, and it's the Knight of Air that comes to everybody. Strong, powerful. You can see some illumination in that sword, similar to Michael's, how it would be. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. So if you stay within your heart, which is your creative heart, and allow it to show you where to place yourself, put yourself, and how to think, then you're going to come out on top, maybe with your own similar horse to this one, riding into freedom. So let's look at card number 2, was the Page of Water. It's your intuitiveness, your sensitivity, your artistic, and your friendliness. A new person will enter into your life. A relationship begins in a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities for you. So this is about a change, but a positive change. So there's no, I always get this turning incorrectly. So there's no need to go down a dark, narrow road. with your mind. This is positive. New people are going to come into your world, and new things are going to be coming. And you want to remember this page of water. And she has whales and everything around her, and she is safe. She's dancing the dance of freedom. That's what we must remember. Can't see if that's animals in the back, perhaps. But she's carrying her light to try to show you it's time for you to carry your light. Okay. Very good. And the last one was the two of earth, which is going to say there'll be a lot going on at one time. But each of you need to make a decision and consider a more playful approach within yourself and not let the power of what would look like the group have any power over any of you. Be playful. Be in your light. Be in happiness. Be in your freedom. Let's see. I see so many things in these cards, a different way I hold them. Yeah. So the earth is bringing you a message to be free and to know that you're safe. So when I pulled those cards, I knew the message that I had gotten is to let your mind be at peace. Hold the light you know and what you've worked so hard to attain, and everything will be fine. There's no need to worry. The people of light need to do their prayers, hold their understandings, and it will become the outcome. So let me say good morning to some people here. I hope I didn't come on too early for all of you, but so we have Barbara Ward came in, Yannick, Christina, Marby, good morning, Julie, learning to listen, Lauren, and that's who's on here so far. Now, I've been very excited to tell you, you know how sometimes did any of you have around on Christmas or Christmas Eve someone from your past call to say hello, wondering how you've been? Well, I've all told you, maybe some of you here haven't heard, while the times we were in Shasta, we met, his name's Scott Huckabee, but he's the human in this world that lived as Jesus a long time ago. Because once one of those beings hold a life, then they get brought back to earth. And as soon as you would hear his voice and see his eyes, you know it's him. So we have a very close relationship in all the different times he's come and stayed with us a few times. That morning I said to Douglas, call up Scott. We haven't heard from him for a while. And he got busy. All of a sudden, we got an email, a text, I guess you say, from Scott saying hello and thinking of us and wishing us a Merry Christmas. So let me just tell you, when you get something like that and you know it's connected to God, it was whatever all these people call it, God wink. And it was very powerful and made my heart go, wow. You know, we had been just talking about him and that his clarity. Now, he did send me a picture, but I don't think I want to show you that because I am going to ask him if he'll come be on my channel and speak to everybody. And he's very shy. He doesn't usually like to speak about uh, the life that he remembered and what happened to him. And he had a very bad motorcycle accident, and his hands and arms and everything. And he was in the hospital, and he walked out as he got well. And he came back, and there was a guitar on his bed. No one around. So what he's now doing is playing the guitar at 528, the heart sound, and doing songs to heal people. And he's on a lot of big stages, and it's a very powerful being. So I'm going to see if I can't get him to come on. He may not want to talk about um, who he was, and I hope you can all understand that because that's a precious place for him. And good morning, Mara. Got to meet you the other day. I'm glad you're back. And Barbara and Lauren. So I was already talking about we all need to keep our minds clear. It's not so much about what's happening in 2023. It's about what are you going to do? What's going to be your choice? And you must choose for you whatever that light is. You know, the simplicity, the safety, the embrace, and know you're not alone and that God's always going to carry you. And it's part of our, as being bearers of light, that we're safe and we live in peace and harmony. I mean, people only have to look out our back door to the lake and all that we live on, that God has placed us in a place of peace. So, and that's a wonderful thing. And we sit and take benefit every day when we sit and meditate out with the water. The geese come and lay like a flock in front of our balcony. So there's no mistakes. It's the only mistake is how you may choose to make use of the gift you've been giving yourself by becoming more light. So, and I have to tell you, Scott looked younger than when I last met him. So he must have a greater blessing of Eve and infinite youthfulness. So I hope he comes to be on with everybody. So, are there questions anyone has with the new year coming? I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. The weather wasn't always perfect everywhere, but it was a day of feeling family and friends and tuning up your own heart, perhaps. Here's a Merry Christmas coming to me a few days late. You know, we all get a little scattered uh, when the holidays come. It will be great, but like I said, I don't even know if I would ask him because he did the 12-12 with me, remember December 12th. And that's what everyone wanted him to do. We had about 30, 40 people, and he was very shy, very hesitant, but he did. But I'm not sure I want to put him in that position again. But I can tell you by feeling his energy and him speaking and his demeanor that you will know who he is. I recognized him at Mount Shasta. There's the large room where you can go and buy your crystal bowls. That's where I got mine. And there he was. And we knew without asking who he was. But that's it. And he lives now in New Mexico, I believe, on the land. And has built a place. And I don't know because we didn't get in a long discussion to know what's all happened. But that will change. As I ask, it will. Okay, so I have a question from Lauren. I have a message today about feeling guilty for abusing my body by playing victim and acting the fool. And I would assume that's about eating or something like that, something you acted out. And my message to you is going to be like the message for everyone today is you have to remain clear in what you're thinking and not allow your emotions uh, have any power over you. It's very, very important at this time. Whether it's about food or your normal experiences of your day, if you can begin to learn to hold your truth no matter what's going on around you, um, life will change and you'll become happy and you'll find peace everywhere you look. And that is the goal. That's the goal. So that was my big news for you. That was kind of like, once that happened, it was like, okay, Christmas is over. That was enough. And here's my one Christmas present. Well, I got two. This, you may not know what that is. It is a Super 7. Has anyone ever... well, they're similar, Lauren. They're things that take you away. It's a way to try to cope with something that you're not feeling comfortable inside and trying to shut it down so you don't feel it. So the only way you can heal these things is by holding the truth and letting light come in and help you as you do that. So, and you know what? If everyone's here with me, Lauren's saying they didn't exchange presents in the immediate family. That's not always required. It's about being with each other and feeling the happiness, but did that upset you that you didn't? There's actually a lot of people I knew that did not exchange presents because, that's not what Christmas is about. Yeah. Okay. Christmas is about getting in tune with the presence that Jesus was born. That was even more powerful that Scott called us on the day in another time, in another existence, that he was born and awakened to be of service. So we have to remember we're all here on whatever level to be of service. And all of you know, just like Lauren here, she knows what she has to do, but it's a choice, and you don't have to do it alone. God will be there with you. He will remind you. Call in your archangel, call in your guardian angel, call in your higher self. You have many, many beings that are around and within you every moment of every day. And whenever that aloneness comes out, where you look around and there's nobody around, and you got to go inside and go deeper because there's a lot of beams of light around you. Myra, thank you. She's glad she's here again. All right. So, what I thought we could do is go in our hearts and set some preparation unless anyone else has a thought. Let me go back down here. And Lauren, she's saying she had a nice family get together. And that's wonderful. My husband and I, we just ate regularly. We're not around anybody that is family for us, so we were alone. But yet we were very filled with God's love. And Scott called, and a lot of people wrote. So it never has to be a certain way. Never has to be a certain way. So we all have a new opportunity and a new resolution we can certainly make to Experience the new year from the light in your heart versus the old distortions that are hanging out trying to pick at you. You see? It's from the light that you've already worked with and all your prayers. That light exists and it's been growing. When you move into the emotional state, they can't show themselves. So the emotional chakra, second chakra, is one you're going to want to keep an eye on because you don't want it to become an overwhelm. Because the second chakra is from the second level of your existence. It's very young and doesn't understand. So you want to bring some heart energy down into that second chakra and love it no matter what it's been, no matter what you've done, no matter what you think, no matter what you do. You want to be in love with yourself. And that's the love you're really looking for. It's not from other family or gifts. It's none of those things. It's sitting and finally deep within the experience of your heart, letting that love melt all the illusion. See? For the people I've worked with that have had either cigarettes or wine, it's to make them forget or not exist within the experience that they are. But it can all be illuminated with the light. Trust me. Might take some work, might take a little time, but you can transform it into light and happiness. Okay? And the other questions. Barbara Ward, do you mind if I ask you how you celebrated Christmas? There's always such a diversity when your energy comes up for me. And if not, you can not respond. But we want to create a space where there's a lot of light. So when we become a part of the one, which we are, we can remember the light, not remember the distortion, the separation, the illusion. Those things aren't going to get you where you want to be, you know. And we want wonderness to happen. So let's go in our heart, do a little bit of healing, and bring about some truth. Okay. Well, you know, this is the problem, Lauren. They're not just chords, they're patterns. Chords are an energetic attachment you get from someone else and it goes into your chakra. Patterns are those things that make you keep doing the same thing over and over again or resonates to who you are. Those need to be healed. They aren't just an easy thing, calling Michael and letting go of the chords. No, healing is about changing patterns. Okay? Wonderful, Myra. That's a beautiful experience for Christmas. Yes, the laughter. We laughed so hard. We happened to watch one movie. I don't know if any of you have seen it. Yes, we watch movies because it was about a light. Um, the Chronicles of Christmas. It was hysterical. And we laughed out loud and we watched, we looked at each other like, wow. And we can't remember a show that we've ever watched that made us get that tickled. And here it was about Santa Claus. Of course, you know, well, he wasn't there or the light wasn't, and so we saw it. It was there. And it was beautiful. So I just want to reiterate, Lauren, if you want to work on all those things instead of just keep clearing the cords, you might want to do some sessions. I believe in my wording. There's a way if you want to sign up for a session, because that's a deeper work that clearing the cords is not going to do it. I can tell you after 35 years of doing healing, they'll just keep coming back. And you have to find the inner children, you have to find a whole lot out about it so that you can let it go and not be bothered by it again. Okay? Here's Barbara. I spent Christmas with my sister, her husband, and 3 sons, and their granddaughter, who was 10 years old. Beautiful family time, and after we ate, we looked at Christmas movies. Well, if you get time, Chronicles of Christmas. Amazing. I had never seen it. And then we found there was a second one the next day. We had to watch it, and it was even better. So, well, let me just say to you about money, Lauren. You need to let the universe know, because it's my experience that anything that you want to do to bring yourself into more light, the universe will find a way to bring money to you. And myself is a perfect example. For 35 years, I've always had the money to continue to grow and do sessions and illuminate. Chronicles, not oracles. Chronicles, CH. So that's for anyone here who's wondering about money. You need in your prayers to know that you want to learn more about yourself and you want to grow. Okay? All right, so let's take a minute here and we'll go deep in our hearts. We're going to open our root chakra, which is red at the base of your spine, and let that swirl and travel down into the earth, because you have to learn to get grounded to be an earth being where we live versus halfway up into to the cosmos. Ascension doesn't come by being up in the sky. Ascension comes from being on earth, deep into the earth, healing your patterns and clearing all the distortions of that which you carry and becoming free. And instead of your energy going up, your energy blossoms open like a lotus. So I understand many people don't teach it that way, but many people aren't in their ascension either. So we go deep and we work on healing and get that stronger and that beam stronger down into the earth. And then at some point it will open. We don't go up here with it. We have to be connected to the earth for ascension. All right. That's a very nice thing to say, Myra. The universe always has your back when your desires are from the heart. All right. So, opening the root, you want to learn this surrendering. Just surrender to go down into the earth. Who's there? Mother. Mother is there, helping you feel comfortable and at peace. We always put palms up when we're going to Mother and honor. And then we're going to begin to let that energy come up through our channel, up into the heart. Now, I want you to imagine a window pane. And you're going to see it sitting there either across from you or on your lap. And this window pane is going to be covered with like the little smudges of dirt or dust. And I want you to whirl your hand inside your heart and get some of the green energy of your heart on it. And go and just smudge out all those little dirt spots. Because they're the patterns. And today we'll begin a process of beginning to clear them. You want to do it until your window pane is perfectly clear. That your heart, in connection of being rooted and down into the experience of Mother, is becoming clearer and clearer as you clear this panel of the window pane. Now, as you hold or have that window pane in front of you, let it disappear. And know that between you and the love in your heart, there's a greater connection. There's a greater awareness of the love that your heart radiates and sends out into the world. And we're going to allow this beautiful green energy in kind of a 3-channeled strong spring of energy up into the mind and up into the crown. Very good. So your pink umbrella has become pink and green. And let's check to make sure you're still rooted with the red down into the earth. Do you see how perhaps right now you can't think of anything bad? Doesn't exist, it's all good. It's all light, it's all free, it's all heart. It's all expression of truth. Good. Very good. Now we're going to open the chakras, the root, that second chakra, third chakra, heart, throat, third eye, and the crown. I am the love. I am the love that I am looking for. Allow yourself to feel the profoundness of that energy. And many blessings to each of you. Take time and bring yourself back into wherever the room is you're in. It's interesting, in that movie, there was a great Christmas tree, and on top it had the Star of Bethlehem. That's what would come and illuminate and empower Santa's village. It was very powerful. So I won't see you until next Tuesday, because we're not going to get together on New Year's Day. And we'll see how your first week went with holding light. And remember your heart and your root chakra. Bring them in together. And then once you have gotten there, bring it up into your crown, out around you. Yes, thank you for the suggestion, Barbara. We're going to say a prayer of peace for the planet. Well, many blessings to him for his birthday. You're welcome, Myra. All right. Again, I always pray with my palms up. Heavenly Father and Mother, hear our prayer as we root ourselves down into the earth and open our heart. Can you feel the light in all the people of the earth plane as they are marching to become more light and to set the earth free? Can there be support for those who yet don't know, and that they may be found by a gentle heart and touched with your light, so they can begin to remember? And may all souls, from the tiniest one to the more aged one, find some way to feel freedom in this sacred week of time. May your light shine even brighter within the souls who have uncovered it, so that we can even touch more people with the greater sweetness and happiness of your light. And we are grateful for all that you give. As for us, we wish for all the many blessings that lie within the two of your hearts. Rain down upon all the human beings, so that we can bring a surge of light to the earth as a vessel for you. May our steps feel lighter. May our existence feel lighter. And may we live as the peace that you bring us. And may it be so, as it is for us, for everyone else who knows of your light upon the planet, and those whom are yet to discover it. And may it be the love that we're all looking for become. Thank you. It's interesting. I read back, Barbara, and I see you ask for peace, and I ask for light, so I'm assuming it's the same. Well, this is a part of I think all of us who are on a healing path with the light, depending on who we are, get faced with the person who doesn't believe. And I think what we're saying here is you can't let them pull you from what you believe. You don't have to dictate to them, but you must be sacred with what you have inside. And Barbara says, thank you, that was beautiful. Yes, so we're going to raise the light. That's what we're all going to do. We're going to think positive, and we're going to know that's how our lives are going to be, because we hold Mother and Father so dear within our own hearts. All right. Many blessings, and Happy New Year.